Hey, what's up? I'm Alfred. I'm putting together something brand new, honestly, kind of a test for a small group only. If you're already in real estate or you've dabbled in surplus funds or you just see the potential in helping homeowners after foreclosure, this might be for you. I've been in the surplus funds business for over 12 years now. I've recovered over 100 million in surplus funds for my clients and taken home millions myself. And the number one question I keep hearing is, how do I do this without getting buried in all the probate, the court filings, the county rules, etc.? And people tell me, they're good at finding opportunities and they're good at talking to homeowners, but the back end stuff like the deal structuring, the legal, dealing with the heirs or probate matters, the courts, the county rules, finding attorneys that want to do this kind of work, etc. That's kind of where the momentum dies and they lose excitement and eventually they quit. And I get it because I was there. Back in 2013, I was broke, raising my son alone, stuck in an insurance job that I did not like. Then a buddy told me about leftover funds after a foreclosure, one that he was aware of. And so we dug into it, not knowing what we were going to find. And we found a case where a homeowner was owed over $95,000. And the crazy thing is they didn't even know about it. So I knew there was an opportunity there, but figuring out the process was brutal, right? And I made a lot of mistakes after mistake. And I easily went into $50,000 worth of debt and mistakes, and I almost quit more than once. Finally, I got my first check for $30,000, and that moment changed my life forever. And since then, I've systematized everything. I've built the relationships with the attorneys, I've learned the county processes, and I made the back end process pretty much second nature. So here's what I see in this business. I see a business that pays anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 or more per deal. And people get excited about that, but they stall out and they get stuck on the back end side. So they're like salespeople that are stuck doing legal paperwork, right? And meanwhile, the people who do succeed, they focus on finding deals and talking to homeowners. And then they partner with someone who already knows the legal and the compliance side of things. So here's what knowing the back end side of things does for you. I'll show you just a few checks that we've recently delivered to our clients. Here's one for Mr. Zong, 15,000, Ms. Chin over 15,000, another one over 11,000, another one over 11,000. There was a lot of people in that family. Miss Norton over 24,000. Mr. Cruz over 12,000, the other Cruz over 12,000, Mr. Nantel, small one. There was multiple errors in this one, so we split the checks. Mr. Dart over 42,000, Miss Lim over 42,000, Mr. Heckle over 125,000. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on about checks that we've personally sent to. Look at this one, over $1 million in surplus funds. Yes, these do exist. People are unaware they're owed this much money. And you are that light that sheds on them, the light at the end of the tunnel, right? So I can go on and on about just testimonial and success story after success story and how we've been able to deliver checks to people that are in need, to people that are facing really tough times. So if you like that aspect of the business, there's a lot more of that where it came from. And just going to give you some examples of just wires that are sent to my account from my attorney. These are recent wires, right? Over 55, 15, 22, 49, 40, 121, 23, 97, 24, 86, 70. I mean, I can go on and on about wires that I've received. And like I said, I've received millions myself in this business since I started in 2013. But, I don't say all that to brag. I just want to show you that, when you're able to master a process, particularly the part that most people really get stuck on and most people just don't like, you're able to produce those kind of results. So I asked myself, what if I just handled all the messy back end for you and enabled serious people, I stress serious people, to sort of become partners with my back end team, my attorneys, my paralegals, my processes, the filings, the courts, the counties, all of it, right? You focus on finding deals and having conversations. Then we split 50-50 on all successful recoveries. That's it. So even if you just did 2 to 3 deals a month, you're realistically looking at least $10,000 per month minimum within the next 60 to 90 days working part-time. So let me show you quickly what I had in mind so it makes more sense to you. So I call this the Done With You partnership program, or basically you're joining forces with my team, my legal, my back-end team, my expertise, my years of experience, my attorneys, my paralegals, the whole shebang, right? And so here's what the core deliverables are, is I'm going to train you personally on how to prospect in the most effective way, how to lead gen, the systems, the training, the modules, the lessons. I'll show you how to basically skip trace, how to figure out if a deal is worth pursuing or not, how to set up marketing campaigns. I'll give you my templates, what I use, and the copy that I use to communicate via SMS, ringless voicemail, email. And I put these little green values next to each one of these things, guys, because this is easily what this is valued at and what I've paid probably 10x that, right? So the prospecting and lead gen systems and courses, that's worth over $2,500. The marketing material, this is years of just iterations and failures and mistakes and lost, time and money. So I easily value that at $35,000. The sales training that I give in this program that I'm testing is what we call NEPQ style sales training. It's a new modern way of selling and handling objections. I paid $16,000 to learn this style of selling, and it comes with this program. And that's the value. That's not what you're paying. This is not any of what you're paying. I'm just emphasizing the value of these things. So the intake, the fact finding, like what to ask when you're speaking to a homeowner or the heir, there's a lot of mistakes that you can make and a lot of information that you can miss on the phones when you're gathering the facts about the deal. And I've spent a lot of time and wasted a lot of energy and money figuring out the best things, the things that I need to know, the most important things to get the deal structured properly. That's valued at $50,000. And then, of course, you get access to my back-end processing that I've paid a lot more than $50,000, but just to be conservative, this is just years of trial and error and dealing with attorneys and dealing with good attorneys and dealing with bad attorneys, making mistakes, making legal mistakes, making compliance mistakes, making paperwork mistakes. And I'm basically giving that all to you when you partner with me on your deals. So members, what this means for you is that you bring your signed deals with the fee agreements, and then our team takes over from there, and you can focus on what you're best at, which is finding opportunities and having conversations. So my team will handle all the legal, the claim filing, the probate coordination, the trustee engagement, the attorney engagement. And then members will get paid via a rev split on all successful recoveries. Now, in order to manage this entire process, right, your prospecting, your lead gen, your marketing, your sales, this program comes with a pre-built CRM that I built specifically for this business with different pipelines for different types of leads, whether they're cold or warm or they're hot. It comes with different stages, automations. So all of my pre-built automations, SMS, email, ringless voicemail, all the task automations and workflows are built into this CRM. A reporting dashboard so you to track all of your activities and all of your KPIs, and you're able to hand deals off to my team within the CRM. This is easily valued with all the integrations and automations, easily valued at $297 per month. So let me make this clear. This isn't a magic button. Some deals do take longer than others. Some deals you might lose, just like any other business. But if you're consistent, this is one of the fastest ways to build at least $10,000 per month without taking on debt, without a license, and without buying property. And to make it safer for you and to make it even A bigger no-brainer, after your first deal closes in funds, you'll get your investment back. That's my guarantee. So there's really nothing to lose. All you got to do is make sure you go to work. And because this is a test group and I'm personally involved in the back end side because I want to make sure we can handle the deal flow and scale properly and responsibly, I can only take on about 10 people right now. And once the spots are gone, they're gone and I'm closing this thing. So if you want to be one of the few that I partner with on this test run, shoot me a message on Skool or Instagram right now and let me know that you're ready, or ask me any further clarifying questions, and let's see if you're a fit. And maybe I'll see you on the inside. Thank you.